Okay, good morning. I figured I would just jump on here instead of on the other channel. So, guys, I will write the time that I start. It's going to be a couple minutes, but I was just giving everybody else a chance to get on. Good morning. Look at you. Did you get a notification? Okay, come on. Work with me. Work with me. You did? Awesome. Oh, you have an injury? Is that what you're saying? Okay. I was told I deflected incoming for US. LOL, not fun. Told me it. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't sound great. I still have to make my coffee and I'm just feeding peanut butter. Because so many people don't get a notification for this channel. I hate when I drop the worms at the bottom of his home. Yeah, I don't, I could try going live on the other channel real quick to let them know. Okay. Welcome. Just gonna make my coffee. I'm jumping on the other channel though. Fucker. Seriously? Is that real fucking life? I didn't have the cap on my espresso thing. So I just wasted half a shot of espresso. Peanut butter. Okay. All right, I'm jumping on to Prophecies of Your Modern Day Citrus Troops. In case you're wondering. All right. There is a song, something something in Ibiza, right? Good morning. Okay. Hi. All right. I'm popping on the other channel. Tammy, I'm going on the other channel. Tina, I'm going on the other channel. Do you guys have do you have the channel? I'll put it at the end of this video. Hold on. I have to go to the other channel though to share this one. Aren't they just adorable? All right. I'll post the link underneath. Okay. So I'm going to post the link. Michael, you could probably do that now. But I am going to put it in the description, not the description. It might be in the description box, but I'm going to put it in the comments. Okay? You find me there. Just give it a minute, Tina. It is called Prophecies of Your Modern Day Citrus Accompanied by AI. But I will put it in the comments. We'll see you over there. Bye. Okay. Now I have to go to the other channel real quick. Switch accounts. Where's my one I just did? All right, I did that. Now, let me go and edit it. Just gonna do Outbreak, other channel. Other channel. All right. All right, that's situated. Hopefully they can find their way here. All right, so we're gonna use the blackboard. Ooh, now that I'm pasting I almost said olives, but now that I'm pasting the owls on that, so we'll see if people can find their way over. Hopefully it's not a bird thing or like a people thing. I don't know. I had a dream that which every time I say it, I think of MLK. All right, let's get this down. I need my eraser. Sorry, Buddha. Sorry, Buddha. Temporarily, just taking it down. So we'll put those cuties right there. Which means I even have to move that. All right. So, Michael, it looks like you're the only one that's still here. Oh, Tammy popped in. Good. Doesn't make me think like, did I share the right link? Is this early? Early bird gets the worm, right? Okay. Stuff stinks. Hey, Jen. We missed you yesterday. You must have been smoothing with your pool boy. All right. So, I was saying Ontario. I was here in California, but not Long Beach. It was Los Angeles. No, it begins with an L. So I'm just trying to, in my dream, and this started because of a dream, that I was working back at the hospital, and I was like, how did I find myself in the hospital again? As if like I knew I didn't want to be there. And I mean, they really can't get any cuter. It was such a good buy. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So I was working in the hospital again, and I remember watching things, and somebody asked me if I was going to do the chart breakdown. I was like, I really don't want to. She's like, you got to learn. I don't know if I was a nurse or something. I'm not sure, but all I know is that there was 2 patients, and people were just coming in left and right, and it was some type of deadly plague, which is, to me, I think this outbreak and deadly plague might be 2 different things. Which I think they are 2 different things. And then from there, I just remember it being straight chaos. It was like 2 or 3 patients. And then from there, a helicopter came on the roof, and they're like, you ever been for like a military thing? Like, it's a military helicopter. Something blew up in the city. I believe that's what it was, an attack. And I was like, yeah, but inside it was really a no. But I was like, yeah, as if I could handle it. But I started crying before it even got there. So they got out, and it was strange because it was like a tiny ass. You got the propellers, right? And it was a tiny ass thing like that. It almost looked like a submarine. No windows, no nothing. You couldn't see him open any door. And then the first one, there was 2 scenarios. The first one ran, and she had her head chopped off by the blades, incapacitated. And then I had a huge like slice in my head, and I didn't even realize it. No pain, no nothing. They were fixing me up in the before that one, because it was the same dream twice. Before that one had the knee was gone. His knee was gone. There was 2 men. The other one was on crutches. That's the one I was helping. No, the one before that didn't have a kneecap down. And the one I was helping was on crutches. But next thing you know, that lady took off. The other one fell on the ground as if like he was now crawling like you would out in the field. And I was like, why is nobody else helping us? And then I gave the other guy my walker. I was like, why did I even have a walker on me? And then more people came shooting, but they already thought we were dead, but we just went down to evade like the bullets. And then another helicopter came from the military and shot that down. but it ended up going to the ground versus the top. So I'm guessing wherever the military is stationed right now, and this is to me like this is in the United States at like a main hospital or something. So it must be like I'm here in Washington. So there could be something that goes down there, and then, but the military is there for some reason. Yeah, I don't think it's on base, Michael. I think I just looked up. I think it's more, I'm hearing like a national event. So a scenario like that where, you know, military is called in. So yeah, so that there, yeah, see, there's gonna be, so now I feel like there's three things. So now we have an attack. I can't remember the name of the plague. I'm so bummed. And then we had an attack with helicopters. And then I just want to, is there an abbreviation for that? So we have an outbreak at 7. We have an attack in the city. But I feel like I definitely feel like there's like something going on. I don't think it's like I mean, it could be anything, but well, it could be, I don't know. I feel like the National Guard might be called in for whatever event this is. See, I just find it strange because the outbreak was clear. It was in a hospital. And then I wrote down, because I woke up and said, I believe it was I said California. And then I said Ontario, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, wasn't that Canada? But when I said Ontario, I wasn't thinking Canada, but Ontario is in Canada. So there could be, it could have to do with, I don't know where to put this yet, but it could have something to do with the outbreak or the other thing, Cali. And I don't know what's going on right now with this. I don't want to forget about that. I don't want to leave them out of this. Let's see. Something's going to happen in Cali, but I don't know if it's the attack or the Outbreak. And I wish this Outbreak, there could be, this Outbreak, guys, could also be, because I wrote Outbreak and then a Deadly Plague. So I think it's Deadly Plague. I don't know if I want to write it like that, but I guess I will. Plague, 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 plague. It's PLA, right? PLAGUE. G. Oh, I almost just got pulled to Dubai because of that D. Yeah, see, I don't understand why I can't get plague in my own writing. Sometimes I find it super annoying. It's going to go 20-ish when I talk about it. That's why weakening the immune system is so important to them. Yeah, but this is that's an obvious, but this is different. I was in a major city, and I feel like they were both in the same city, but I could be wrong. It's just how the dream kind of went about. So there's something with France here, or just the UK. So, Jesus, let me just write one more thing on my board. I don't know what that's going to be. I briefly touch base on it at 28 with the UK. Something in the UK, I don't know what it's going to be. Let me just see if I can pick up on anything else before we get into it. This could be Washington. I didn't see it as Washington, though. I'm going to put Washington, but I'm also feeling NYC. I'll have to rule out NYC. This could be two different attacks. But like the one I'm seeing is very strange because that's when I was, not when she got decapitated, but like it was the first scenario where It looked like the submarine and then a helicopter. Same thing, helicopter wings, whatever those you call those choppers. Yeah, those things. And that was like a submarine. It didn't even have doors. But next thing I know, they're out of there. But then we're on the ground because they're trying to shoot us, but not the same one. It was like a different helicopter trying to shoot us. And then our US helicopter came in shooting them. And that one went down and hit the ground. And it sucks because I think they wanted to land it on top of the hospital. But I think it ends up on the ground. It could just be a plane crash as well. Jesus, now I'm getting so many messages just from that one dream. And these markings are just bases, and then I'll write the other one when we get each one. Plane crashes before landing onto a hospital roof. Like hospital, I wrote rough. I don't think that's significant, but the fuck do you call that spot? Hey Siri. What do you call the place on top of a hospital for the pilot to land?
I can help with that if you turn on precise location for Siri.
Dear Lord. Like, is it just a helicopter pad? Would you call on top of a hospital landing a helicopter pad, or does it have another name? Helipad. But I am getting it on a big building, and that one has an H. This one has like circles that I'm kind of being pulled to. But I'm also, I want to say like it was just like an X, like a big red X or something. So I know whatever it was red. I don't know if it was just like an H. I can't remember. It could just be an H. But I don't think it's an H, guys. But I remember it being red. But wait, why would I say plane crashes before landing onto a helipad? Because my dream was it got shot down. Okay, so that's the attack on the city. So this just must be like a individual plane crash this week. I don't know if it's heading to the hospital. I feel like it's heading to the hospital. Well, that's sad because I think that's its own individual thing, like a medical helicopter. One that kind of just recently went down like that. But they were actually bringing the family back, right? Let me just put the birds on. I'm getting. Let me just put the birds on. I'm hearing high wind.
I've been a nurse for 47 years. It means I got to change roles from being the nurse to the patient. It was very humbling.
You would think it'd be like an S there. So I don't know if it's just like a gust of wind. You would think like it's not safe. So I don't know if this is I don't know if that's linked to like an emergency landing or if it's linked to this. I think this is the high wind. So it's high wind, so it's, it's going to be because of weather, but I was just getting, I see snow, but I don't know if it's talking about the Arctic. Could be something there with the Arctic too. But I'm getting like they're going to blame it on like a gust of wind. So like high winds or a gust of wind, like a swallow or something. There's a name for it, is what I'm getting. So that's linked to that. I feel like I need a little bit of my jazz on so I almost said sleep. So I can, April Showers is up there now. They're not fucking around, huh? Crow friends. Bonfire, sparrows, bird calling, swamp birds, jazz. That's not my normal jazz. This one is. Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. All right, plane crash before landing onto a hospital helipad. So, all right, so that's not linked to that. I don't know if somebody's waiting in like a jazz lounge, because I'm vibing with it, but I'm not really vibing with it. So there could be something in regards to, I don't know, maybe a fire. I'm getting pulled to like a jazz lounge. And I just got pulled to like hookah. Isn't that what the kids were doing in Africa a couple years ago? A whole bunch of them died. It's like a gas leak or something. I don't know if this is fire, but I am getting pulled. I want to say it was Africa. It's not fire. So I feel like it's like a chemical or like carbon monoxide, something like that. Or just chemical, something chemical. It's one or the other. So that I'm assuming that's just going to be on the news. So I'm just wondering if we're done with this one. Plane crashes before landing onto hospital. Or just on the way to the hospital. Or like right before the hospital. Something like that. Let's get back to... Let's go to this deadly plague. feels like it's in a city, like in a inner city, crowded, busy hospital. Well, I can't say that for sure, actually, because it could just get busy because of something that's going on within the city. This could be linked to the UK. Is this, I think this is like already in the news. I almost wish I had the Echo connected. Hey Siri, is there a deadly plague right now in the UK?
Okay, I found this on the web for Is There a Deadly Plague Right Now in the UK? Check it out.
Oh, look at Black Death Pandemic. That sounds like something. The next global pandemic, Black Plague. Scientists are developing a bubonic plague jab. COVID pandemic. So January 2025, they're starting to make entire countries were plague plunged with lockdown. Millions were impacted. Scientists to find vaccine. Risk becoming serious. Half a decade. 14th century Black Plague, bubonic plague. The three types of plague had a mortality rate between 72 and 100%, spread across Europe. So I don't know. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but it seems to be the same location. In a way. I don't know if there's any right now. Is there any known cases of the Black Plague in the UK? Yes. Oh. No. That was way back then, 1600s. Oh, look at that, 1600s again coming in from yesterday's read. 2023 researchers identified 3 to 4,000-year-old cases, 4,000-year-old cases of Yersinia pestis, a bacteria that causes the plague in Britain. Plague is no longer a risk in the UK. You know, you would think that, but we have scientists as of, like, why are the scientists? It was like some type of plague like that, where once you're contacted, like the hospital would go on lockdown. And actually, if it's a deadly plague, sometimes the military steps in. I didn't even think of that. So this could all be going down at a hospital, and National Guard is called in. And they're no joke, guys. They will kill people if you breach or try to get out or anything until you're cleared and tested. Like, I didn't even know, like, that was a thing. They could do that. Like, they will shoot you down to protect the city until they find, like, a local, wherever the outbreak started. So, want to get down, peanut butter? So, I don't know if the National Guard is going to be called to this. Does the National Guard... How do you spell guards? G-A-U-R-D? No, guards. What is what my brain say? G-A-U-R-D? Why? No. That's not how you spell it. Hey, Siri. How do you spell guards? It's reversed, right?
Guards.
G-U-A? Okay.
G-U-A-R-D-S.
I don't know where my brain is right now. That doesn't even look like R and R. So I do think this is a hospital thing that was in my dreams. So this is definitely hospital. Getting like not enough machines like COVID, but that's not here. I don't think there's, I mean, unless you want to take like the trial things that they're doing, but if the government and scientists right now are trying to find a cure for the Black Plague, that's not a good sign. Because that means they're creating it to see if they can kill it. So it could be one of those things like it wasn't meant to get out, you know what I mean? Like, it's like mistakes happen type thing, and it's like, oh, no. So in order to make a vaccination, you got to create the disease. So that's not a great message, guys. So I think it's going to be contained quicker than like before it spreads out the whole city? Probably. Oh, Spirit's saying no. So they're actually going to have trouble containing this. I'm getting something about a train station. This could have something to do with London. I'm getting London. Well, I don't know if we're going way back. So again, it could be France. Didn't I say France in the beginning? I can't remember. That would be a bummer because I want to go to France just to eat cheese bread and wine and flirt. So there might be a first case in London. London's in France, right? London, France. Or it's something where like we've had this plague before. How many plagues has there been in London, France? Multiple plagues. 1600s all the way to 1720. 1563, plague killed between 1/4 of 1/3 of London population. Holy shit. The second one, it's not really saying, was in the late 1600s, 500,000, killing 2.5 million between 600 and 670. Wow. It's not telling me what plague, though. Was it the Black Plague? The Great Plague of London. Was that the Black Plague? The plague was caused by bacterium Yersinia that pestis, which is spread by fleas and lice. What stopped the bubonic plague in London, the Great Fire of London? What's the difference between the Black Death and the Great Plague? It became known afterwards that the Great Plague, many because it was the last widespread outbreak of bubonic plague. So it was just known as a second pandemic, but it was the same plague. Who was blamed? Stray cats and dogs, believed to spread it. They ordered to all to be killed. Oh my God, that's awful. And rats as well. Okay. Bubonic plague. That's what we call it today. Still occurs throughout the world and in the U.S. with cases in Africa, Asia, South America, western areas of North America. About 7 cases of plague in the U.S. every year on average. Holy shit. Why do plague doctors not get sick? Their garments covered, shields, all that. Okay, hazmat. All right, so I guess there's going to be an outbreak of this. I mean, yeah, that doesn't sound great at all. U.S., Africa, Asia, South America, and western areas of North America. About 7 cases of plague happens in the U.S. every year. Great. Well, that would make sense on why they're working on a vaccine. So there might be something. Again, I'm seeing train tracks. I don't know why that's keeps coming through. Hey Siri, is there like an infamous train track in London, France that still runs?
Okay, I found this on the web for is there like an infamous train track in London, France that still runs?
No. Is there an infamous train from like way back in the day that still runs in London, France? The Orient Express. Legendary train. Well, carries resources stored, do craftsmanship, ensure and detail closer. The Ghost Train. Canada, Japan, Sweden, UK. I'm getting pulled to both, like the Ghost Train, so I don't know if that's something like just on the side. It's not even how you spell ghost. But the Orient Express. There's definitely something with trains here. The most famous one was French Legacy Luxury Night Express train, which operated from 1886 to 2003. French Riviera. Nostalgic Orient Express. So it still runs as of 2024. So there's still 8 trains that exist from late 1800s. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hold on. Oh, my elbows hurt. I think this already started in January. Started in January 2025. And I think from like February to March, like it's something that will be known publicly. Again, for those people who are new, welcome. Some of my predictions come in and they take 2 or 3 years. Others happens overnight or the same day or a couple months. So Hey, get off the mic. Off the mic. Thank you. No bite, mama. Okay, let's go to. So this ended up being the UK. So we can take that off. Hey, I don't want you up there. Skedaddle. Eat your num-nums. Eat your num-nums. Attack in the city. I don't know if it's going to be. I have one in my book that was actually the same exact. And it was next to that page that we did yesterday. Let me just put some lotion on my elbows because they are killing. I'm wondering, because I think this prediction already happened, but just to be Sweden, Finland, yeah, and on the same day, that was just yesterday. Last year, New York. I did say NYC. Shooting at law offices. Shooting law officers. Oh, maybe they're just in the crossfire. SWAT, National Guard. See, I just said that. Washington, D.C. Vigilantes. Yellow cabs. So, D.C. riots. Washington border. Handful of deaths. So the National Guard gets called in. Oh, maybe that's for that, or maybe both of them. I feel like, did this already happen? That was in 2022. If this already happened, like it's going to happen again. This particular one. So So we have riots, National Guard. Handful of deaths. Law officers. Law officers caught in crossfire. Could be at the border, but I think it's in New York City. Into, I don't know what that says. Into info. COAP. What do you guys think that is? Info something. Graphics? Maybe that's graphics. No, Spirit's saying it's not graphics, so I don't know. New York. Vigilantes. So that one might come in because the Sweden and Finland one came in yesterday, and that's actually on the same page, but I didn't get pulled to that yesterday at all. So that's coming in. That means it's time. Something with Colombia right now too. Oh, I never got back to that, did I? I wrapped that up. The Pablo thing. So this could be any time, but it could also be late March or mid or late March, and then April. Let's go to Outbreak. I'm going to go to Outbreak at 1:17 so I can just take a minute break. Just want to get up and stretch. I sat in that chair for 4 hours yesterday. Oh, I could barely function the rest of the day. It was awful. Did you eat your num-nums? Okay. Good to go. Good to go. All right. You are my cutie. His R2D2 is getting better. Courtney's one of those big standing works that I know. I don't know if standing's any better though. My knees right now. Outbreak. So I'm wondering if it's like either so this is Canada. I don't know if it's Ontario itself, guys, or if it pulled me to just do Canada. In March. It could just be like it's going to be the bird flu. But I'm also getting pulled to my Zika video. So either the bird flu or Zika, which is kind of the same thing. Let's move on to Cali. There's some type of an attack that's going to go down in Cali. Not poison. Maybe armory. So that's interesting. Stand a minute again. I wouldn't go as far as like bombs or missiles, but or if it's just like a whole bunch of shooting, like a drone could shoot like 100 times. Bullets, hundreds of bullets. I'm getting like armory, but like that's like, I don't know if it's like, is that like gear or what's an armory attack? A supply of arms for defense. A connection of available resources where their arms are military equipped and stored. Stockpile, stash, military goods. It means weapons. Yeah. So I can't pin it, but it is going to be weapons. I don't know if this is just like weapons. I don't know if like a plane's going to blow up or something and the weapons fall, or it's like some type of like carrier and I don't know, like the stuff falls out of the back of the plane. But I feel like this is more of like an attack. So I don't know if it's going to be guns. It could be just our own like military shooting people from the sky. So I don't know what happens that like they would have to do that. That would be a lot of people they were trying to take down. And like, it almost reminds me of like the crossfire here. I mean, it could be a missile. Yeah, you can get it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a missile, guys. Now, I don't know why that happens, why that's going to happen. This might have something to do with Mexico. But I did mention Colombia. Colombia is right next to Mexico. Off that. This must have to do with drugs. I don't know if it's actually Colombia, because it's almost like right near the border, you know. Scoop. So I think this is actually Colombia. I think it's Colombia that attacks. It could be at the border. I know something like that came out before, but I think it'd be the border of like Mexico and Cali. So Colombia might be the ones that shoot the missiles. Colombia attacks the border. Yeah, there was something that was going to happen with the border. Remember I did a read like that? God, what one was that? Oh, it was when I brought up the whole Carlos Santana. I don't know why that keeps coming in with that as well. But has Carlos Santana played in Colombia? I don't know why they're both coming in like that. Carlos Santana play in Colombia? Oh wow, my Wi-Fi like right now doesn't even want to work. Can't be reached. What? My Wi-Fi is like all the way on. Sounds like it. Has Carlos Santana ever played in Colombia? It won't let me match it with Colombia, guys. How is Carlos Santana linked to Colombia? Carlos Santana has a connection with Colombia through his popularity and his philosophy for unity. Well-known musician in Colombia. Okay. So that's how the two of them are linked there with Pablo Escobar. Carlos's band, known as Santana Blues Band, having dropped his name, released Cuban Rhythms. Carlos, extraordinary lead guitar player. He was born in Mexico. But he was an immigrant from the Dominican Republic. No, he was Mexican-born American musician. Yeah, in Mexico. But I could have sworn I just read Santana, an immigrant from the Dominican. So confused. 2019. Okay. So I feel like Carlos Santana is going to be in this reading somehow. Carlos Santana. I don't know if maybe there's a... No, I wouldn't think there's a concert. I think he might die. I hope he's not watching. I'm getting pulled to like Must Die as well. Remember there was something with Bruce Willis there too? And I think it was California. Does he struggle with drugs? Like, could it possibly be an overdose? Wait, what was that? Does Carlos Santana use drugs? Santana has had a long association with cannabis that goes beyond recreational use. He does like powerful, off the thing. He does love powerful psychedelic stuff. Has Carlos Santana ever had a problem with cocaine? just talks about hallucinogenics. LSD. So I don't know if like he's an alcoholic. It is an overdose of what? I don't know. I never finished Santana. Well, that really sucks. That looks like piece, like a pie. And it could be a piece of something, even though it's a D. So, I mean, I hate to say it, but it looks like he dies in March 2025. That definitely stinks. My dad actually met him, and he signed a guitar for him and gave him his guitar. This is more April. April-ish, 2025. All right, I'm going to leave it here. I love you guys so much, and I will see you after. Bye, guys. Love you.